Hi everyone, my name is LuAnn and welcome to the Christina Phipps Foundation Oncology Yoga. As always with any type of exercise program, make sure that you have clearance from your medical team before you begin. If at any time when you're practicing, if you feel any kind of tingling or tired or out of breath, just pause the video, stop the video, and come back only if and when you are ready. Let's begin our practice, and today we'll begin our practice on our back in a mini Shavasana. So come flow with me and let me be your guide. Come to your back body and let your forearms help you down to the mat. You can always take a blanket as one of your props or one of your tools and place it underneath your back body for extra cushion, extra support. Lay yourself down, get comfortable, let Mother Earth receive you. You can soften the gaze in your eyes if that's okay with you during your practice. And just begin to acquaint yourself with your breath. Everyone's breath, like our bodies, is unique. Everyone's breath is different. So find and relish your unique breath and let it flow through your body. Appreciate it, be thankful for it. And just let it be very soft, let it be very even and very measured. A good way to connect yourself with your breath is to place one hand on your belly and the other on your heart. This way you can feel the gentle inhale and the exhale, the very even, measured breath, your everyday breath. Let it move through you. Begin to appreciate this life force, this nurturing quality that each of us possess. We take it for granted, but without our breath, without the air moving through our bodies, we would have a hard time existing. So let the breath be very gentle and very even. And then from your belly, your hand is still placed on your belly, so you're feeling that flow of air move through your body. Begin to deepen the breath only in the belly as we move to our 3-part breath. Lift the belly in all 4 corners and feel it inflate, almost like a balloon. And then very slowly, methodically begin your exhale. And you can almost feel the navel drawing back towards the spine. Let the exhale breath help you with that. And one more time, fill the belly with air, with your breath. And then let it release slowly, mindfully. Feeling your navel pull back towards your spine. And this time, when you inhale, lift the belly and also lift the rib cage and the back body, the side body, the ribs. And feel the breath move up a little bit further into the middle of your body, nourishing you, nurturing you. And on your exhale, begin to release from the abdomen all the way down to the belly, navel drawing back towards the spine, and letting go of all that no longer serves your practice today. This is your time, so focus on that. And one more time, breathe from the belly up to the middle of the body, opening the ribs, the side body, the back body. Feeling yourself arch just a little bit, and then release. A slow exhale, letting go, breath by breath in the moment. And this time, fill the belly and the abdomen, the side body, the back body, and sip in the oxygen. Let it come all the way up to your collarbones, filling you, nurturing you, welcoming the breath. Again, your unique breath. And then let it release a little bit slower than your inhale. Exhaling, releasing all the way down to the belly. And this time, really feel the navel draw back towards the spine. And then reverse. Inhale, belly, abdomen, collarbone. Sip it in again. And exhale. Chest, torso, abdomen, side body, all the way down to the belly. Letting go, releasing. Knowing that you could come back to this 3-part breath at any time during your day, at any time you need comfort, a release from anxiety, a release from the thoughts that somehow manifest themselves and move through your mind. Release your arms along your side body. Soften your gaze if your eyes are open. Allow your palms to reach up towards the sky to receive. And let the breath become a little bit more even now, more natural. A gentle inhale and a very gentle exhale. And call to mind your intention for your practice. Let it be something larger than yourself. An idea would be to offer all your gratitude, all your thanks to the universe for supporting you on any endeavors that you have. Or perhaps there's someone special in your life that you want to send love and kindness to. Whatever your intention, let it be filled with gratitude and honor it as you practice today. A few more inhales and exhales. Acquainting yourself with your room, hearing all the sounds, feeling the air on your face, and becoming part of the very present moment. Begin to flutter open your eyes if they're closed, and let your hands turn, palms to the earth and your soles of your feet on the mat, and draw your knees up towards your chest and just rock a little bit right to left, massaging the sacrum. And turn your knees in one direction, still massaging the sacrum, and a nice release. And then move in the opposite direction. Come to stillness and release your left leg long on the mat. Interlace your fingers underneath your right thigh. Your knee is bent, and begin to lift and lower your right leg. Warming all the joints in your large muscles, your leg muscles, keeping your hinge joints of your knees straight, lifting and lowering towards the sky. Preparing yourself for your very gentle asana today. Keep the right leg extended long and begin to flex and point the toes. Again, noticing, feeling the different sensations that accompany your point and your flex. Turn the ankle in one direction, warming your ankle joints and all the muscles that surround the ankles. And then turn your ankle in the opposite direction. Come to stillness. Bend the right knee and invite the left knee up as you extend the right leg long on your mat. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh and begin to lift and lower the left leg. Again, finding the same movement, the same activity as you did in your right leg, warming the large muscle groups on your left leg, keeping the hinge joint of the knee moving up and down, and lifting and lowering, waking up all the large group muscles. Keep your left leg extended and begin your flex and your points on your left leg. Noticing the difference, watching the difference from right leg to left leg. And then circle your left ankle in one direction and circle your ankle in the opposite direction. It doesn't make a difference which direction you choose, just reverse the circles. Bend your left knee in towards your chest. Both knees move in towards your chest. Inhaling and exhaling. And then rock a little bit from right to left. And let your knees drape over to the right. You can move them up towards your chest or just keep them by your midline. Your right hand can move on to your left thigh and extend your left arm out from the shoulder. Keep your palm down, and if it's okay with your neck, lift your head and turn your cheek in the opposite direction of your knees. If your neck is complaining for any reason, keep your head straight. And just take a few breaths, just laterally warming up the body, the side body. Engage the belly and bring yourself up, your knees on the mat. Take a breath. Lift your knees and let your knees drape over in the opposite direction towards the left. Your left hand can hold your right knee. Your right arm releases long from the shoulder. And if it's okay with your neck, turn and look at your right arm, the opposite direction of your knees, or keep your neck straight. Again, whatever feels right for your body today. Every day is different. Every body is different. Every shape has a different way of moving into a posture or pose. Let your head come back up to the center if it's turned. Engagement of the belly. The knees come back to the sole. The soles of your feet come back to the mat. Take a breath, readjust yourself, and then move yourself over to the right and feet. Assume a comfortable position just for a moment. Inhale and exhale, and then press the earth away, letting your head dangle and come up last. And come into your version of an easy pose, an easy seated pose. Now your legs can be crossed. You can take one of your tools, one of your props, and place the blanket or a meditation cushion underneath your buttocks. That sometimes helps encourage a forward tilt of your pelvis. Or you can even extend your legs long or lean up against a wall or a piece of furniture. Whatever feels right for you, whatever feels comfortable, there's no right or wrong way. You can even support your knees if your knees are all the way up towards your chest. You can support them with your blocks, placing them underneath, or your blankets. So find comfort in your easy pose. And just sit for a moment. Move into some cat-cows, a seated cat-cow. So on your inhale, lift your chest. Now you don't want your head to tip all the way back. That sometimes compromises the neck muscles. So just lift your head, trying to keep your spine straight. The back arches a little bit. And breathe. And then when you exhale, round, tuck your chin to your chest. And try to lower your chest or your chin to your chest as much as possible with comfort. On your inhale, lift, arch, keeping spine straight. Cervical spine is not compromised. And then exhale and round into your cat. And one more time on your inhale, lift. Spine straightens. Head leans back just a little bit, protecting your neck muscles. And exhale and round. And slowly come back up to a neutral spine. And whatever leg you have in front, lift the foot gently. Place your hand on the sole of your front leg and your other palm on the knee. And begin to cradle your leg across your chest. Very gently, very slowly. You can have it high, you can have it low, whatever feels best for your body. Just moving slowly from right to left. And then lower your leg and we'll repeat the same move on the opposite leg. So you may need to untuck. Your opposite hand comes under the sole of your right leg. In this case, it's my right leg, and my right hand is coming on my knee. Gently move your leg, cradle your leg across your body. All with the breath. Inhale and exhale very gently, very slowly. And then lower your legs. Find comfort in your seat. And place your palms on the mat. Straighten your spine. Release your ears and your shoulder. Let your shoulder blades just slide back a little bit. Let them slide forward as well. Now, begin to lift your arms as far as is comfortable. This may be as far as some of you can go if you have ports or if you had any type of recent surgery. But if you're feeling okay today, let your arms circle up. Join your palms into prayer hands and move them down in front of your heart center. Release your right palm to the earth. Your left arm extends overhead and begin to just move. Join your right palm to your left and release. And we'll repeat that movement from right to left. Moving and stretching the side body in a lateral flexion. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more time. In one direction, and one more time the other. Hands can come up if that's comfortable for you, and bring your hands down to your heart center in prayer position. Just notice how you feel, always watching how you feel, being aware of your surroundings, and connecting breath by breath to the present moment. Release your palms, uncross your legs, and come into what we call a table position. So in this table position, your wrists are right under your shoulder, your belly is engaged, your feet can be flat, or your toes can be curled, whatever feels most comfortable for you. I'm going to just straighten out my mat a little bit. This is my gaze point. My focal point. So I'm looking down at my focal point and I'll extend my right leg out. Just feeling my connection to the earth. I'll extend my left arm out. And then I'm drawing in my left arm and my right leg and I'm rounding. Taking a breath, trying to touch my wrist to my knee and exhaling. Letting my toes touch the earth. Again, inhale and exhale. Massaging the organs, lengthening and rounding the spine. and also working the abdominal muscles. Lower my left hand to the mat and bring in my right knee. Readjust. Extend my left leg long on the mat. My right fingertips reach towards the front of the mat. And I'll draw in and out. I'm stretching my toes as I come back, feeling the movement in my hamstrings and my calves, and then rounding. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more time. Release your right hand and bring your left knee in to meet the right. Extend your right leg out long, toes are lifted, and move your toes over diagonally across your left shoulder. And see if you can look behind and gaze at your toes, feeling the stretch in the side body, and inhaling and exhaling. Release the right knee to meet the left, and we'll do the same with the opposite leg. A toe stretch, a diagonal cross, and then a gaze over your right shoulder towards your left toes. Inhaling and exhaling. Come back. We'll take our blocks, your props, your books, whatever you have for your yoga practice today, and place them on the high side. This is the low side, this is the medium side, and this is your high side. We'll work with the high side for today. So move them down just a little bit, come up on your knees, and step your right leg through. We'll help ourselves get up. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee, gaze down at your mat, press into the tops of the block. Let them support you, and very slowly move your left leg to meet the right. You're still in a bend position, your hands are still on the tops of the block. And begin to come up. You can use your arms if everything is okay with your body today. And circle the sun. And come up, palm meets palm. And move your hands down to your heart center. And you're at the top of your mat. Keep your blocks nearby. You just may want to move them a little bit forward, just so they're out of your way. And we'll move into our warrior series. So, inhale and exhale. Come into a Tadasana first, a mountain pose. Let your arms move alongside your body. Your belly is engaged, your chin is slightly tucked, and your head is reaching towards the sky. All 10 toes are planted into Mother Earth. Find the breath. Place your hands on your left thigh as you bend your knees, and move the right thigh back, turning the right foot out about 45 degrees. Lean into your left leg until you feel comfortable, until you feel balanced and steady. If you need to hold on to your blocks, they're here. You can hold on to your blocks. Lift yourself when you're ready from your thigh. Square your hips as much as feels comfortable with your foot lowered for balance. And move into your warrior one pose. You can keep one arm on your waist and lift your left arm. Gaze forward. If you feel comfortable, lift both arms. If that works for you, palms facing each other. You can move both hands to your waist, or you can even move in to this pose, cactus arms. When you're ready to release, pivot and slide the left foot out just a little bit. Extend your arms across your heart center. Keep Forward leg bent, knee in line with the ankle. All four corners of your feet are pressed into the earth. Your hands float up across your heart center and your gaze is over your forward extended arms, your middle finger. If for any reason, again, your neck is complaining, turn your head towards the front and just gaze forward. If for any reason your forward leg feels compromised or hurts or is in pain from this bend, just straighten it for a little bit and then go back into the pose. You can straighten and go back into the pose. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready to release, turn towards the long side of the mat. Move your feet so they're facing the front of the long side of your mat. Bend your knees, turn your toes out a little bit, and come into a goddess pose. Some of you may be down here. Some of you can be up here. Some of you may not move into the pose at all. Feel what is comfortable for your body. When you move into the goddess pose, bend your elbows, palms facing forward, belly engaged. Take a few breaths, and then lower your palms to your thighs. Tip your chest forward, and look over the left knee with your right shoulder. Come back to center, and look over your left shoulder. Look over your right knee with your left shoulder. Come back to center. Engage the belly, straighten the legs, come up to a 5-pointed star. Again, palms facing away from your body. Legs straight, arms straight. And then lower your hands, your arms to your waist. Pivot on the back foot. Turn the right foot. Feel what feels comfortable for your body today. Hold on to your right thigh and step yourself forward. Bending your knees, coming up, circling the sun. Hands moving in front of your heart center. Releasing your arms and finding your mountain pose again, your Tadasana. All four corners of your feet are firmly planted into the earth. Toes lift and release. Arms release along your side body. Palms naturally turn towards the front of the mat. Chin is slightly tucked. Crown reaches towards the sky. And just take a few breaths. Open your eyes if your gaze is closed. Circle the sun. If your arms can reach overhead or go as high as feels comfortable for your body. And hands release in front of the heart center. Let your arms release down by your side. And this time, step your left foot back. Palms can be placed on your forward thigh, your right thigh. Back foot is turned out about 45 degrees as you prepare for your warrior one on the opposite side. So find comfort, find balance, and when you're ready to release, try one arm first. If your balance is okay, release the opposite arm. Square your hips. Bend your front leg, your forward leg just a little bit more, keeping your knee in line with your ankle. And breathe. Hands can release to goalposts. Or remember, hands can release to the waist. You determine what is the best pose, the best shape for your body on this side. You're building strength. You're building character in this pose. And then let your arms release in front of the heart center. Slide your back leg a little bit towards the rear end of the mat and open your arms along the heart center. Gaze over your front arm. If it's okay with your neck, or gaze forward if that feels better. See what feels right on this side. Glance down at your knee. Make sure that your knee is in line with your ankle. and breathe. Come to the long side of your mat. Tip your toes out to the corners of your mat and move into your goddess. Palms facing towards the front, knees bent in whatever way feels comfortable for you. Lower your hands to your thighs and let your left shoulder come over to your right knee. Back to center. Your right shoulder over to your left knee. Back to center. Engage the belly, straighten the legs. Let your arms float up into 5-pointed star. And then move your hands in front of the heart center. As you heel toe the feet in, just walk them in a little bit. And come down to the mat in whatever way feels right for your body. You can bend your knees. You could come on one hip or the other. Find your easy pose again, your Sukhasana. Legs crossed on a blanket or a block. Support under your knees, if that's the case, if it makes you feel more comfortable. And just pause for a moment. Find the breath. And inhale and an exhale. And then find one of your blocks and place it behind you, behind your sacrum on the low side, which is this side here. Inhale, let your arms float up, if that feels okay. And this time, as you move into prayer hands, let your right hand come behind you and let the block on the low side support your right hand so it doesn't reach all the way to the mat or to the ground. Inhale and lengthen the body and have your gaze over the right shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling, engagement of the belly, and finding a gentle breath. Release. Inhale your arms overhead. And prepare for the same twist, the same moves on the opposite side. So your hand comes to the top of the low side of the block. Your right hand is on your left knee and your gaze is over your shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding the breath. Lengthening the torso, lengthening the spine. And keeping yourself as erect as possible. Come around, just notice and feel. Release your legs into a bound angle pose. So we'll move them out a little bit further into a diamond pose. It feels more comfortable. And again, if there's any type of issues with your legs, if you want any type of support, you can place your blankets or your blocks under your legs. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Feel a deep stretch in the groin, in your legs, and find the breath. Let the soles of your feet come to the mat, your hands alongside your hips, and just windshield wipe your legs from right to left. Your head moves in the opposite direction. Keep your heart lifted and find the breath. Come to stillness. Come on, one hip and your knees. Make sure your blocks are at the top of the mat. And let's get ourselves up again. So we'll move our right leg through. We'll lengthen the left leg. And when we're ready and when we find balance, you could swing your chest forward a little bit and just move your left leg to meet the right. Release from the blocks, keep your knees bent, come up into your chair pose. Your knees are bent, your knees are in line with your ankles, and if you really feel comfortable today, you can stretch your arms alongside your ears. Or again, you can keep your arms in cactus or keep your arms in your waist. or even keep your arms extended from your chest, from your shoulders. Feel what's right for you today. Feel what's comfortable. And then when you're ready to release, just stand. Release. Separate your feet a little bit. And find your mountain pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Circle the sun. Bring your hands down to your heart center. Circle the sun again. Arms lift towards the sky and down to your heart center. Find the tops of your blocks. Release your left knee. Release your right knee. Lower your blocks. Widen your knees. Big toes touching and come into your child's pose. Stack your fists. Lower your forehead to stacked fists. And find the breath. Letting everything come back to a peaceful state, to a calm place. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. And release your hands to the mat. Come on one hip and extend your legs long. Come down to your backside. Use your forearms to help you come down. Allow yourself to settle. And then move your feet over towards the right end corner of your mat. Cross your left ankle over your right. And move your right side over so that you're in a banana shape. Interlace your arms above your head, elbow to elbow, or wrist to wrist. Turn your gaze towards your feet and find the breath in this banana asana shape, stretching the side body, keeping the left hip down to the Mother Earth. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath in and out. And then release. Come back to the center of your mat and prepare for the opposite side. So move your legs over to the left-hand corner of your mat. Cross your right over your left. And let your arms float up behind you. Try to find opposite elbows as you move your chest in the opposite direction, keeping your right hip down. Softening the body, stilling the body. Allowing the body to find breath. In these moments of quiet, in these moments of stillness, the body recognizes all the breath moving through the body. It recognizes your power. It recognizes your strength and your fortitude. So be in that place now. A gentle inhale and a gentle exhale. Come back to stillness. Uncross your legs and let your feet come to the mat. The soles of your feet come to the mat. And it's a good idea if you have your block, so you can support yourself, support your sacrum. Lift your hips and place the block on the low side underneath the sacrum and walk the soles of the feet back. Your knees can be hip distance apart, or your legs can be straight if that's more comfortable for you. You determine which shape works best for your body today, what serves you the best. Tuck your chin slightly, open your heart, and let your body assume the shape of a supported bridge. The block is doing all the work for you. You're simply inhaling and exhaling seamlessly and evenly. Breathing softly, quietly. And when you're ready to release, lift your hips just a little bit. Move the block, lower your hips, hug your knees in, circle right. Massage the sacrum and circle left. Extend your knees, extend your legs towards the sky, flex your feet, and lift your arms alongside your body. Let the lymph drain through your body. Keep your feet flexed and then find some movement. You can point and flex both feet. You can turn your ankles in one direction, turn your ankles, or turn your wrists in the opposite direction. Wrists and ankles are turning. Come to stillness. Lower your arms, but keep your feet and legs extended. Soften the gaze in your eye. Inhale and exhale, gently, softly. And then bend both your knees. Find the outer edges of the soles of your feet, or take your fingers and hook them around your big toes, your peace fingers. Find whichever part of your foot feels comfortable. Some of you may only hold your legs or your thighs, but bend your knees in as far as is comfortable for your body today. Engage your belly and move into happy baby pose. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. Bring your knees together. Extend your left leg, your right leg long on the mat. You can roll up your blanket and place it underneath your knees or underneath your back body if that feels comfortable for you. You can cover yourself with a blanket if you're feeling chilly or vulnerable. Splay your feet apart, arms released by your side, palms facing up. Roll your head from right to left. Find comfort as you connect with the earth and integrate all the energy that you used during your practice, during your asana, during your yoga flow. Let it become part of you. Let it empower you. Let the mind be still, the body be still. And rest and soften. Let the breath be quiet. Inhale and exhale. Begin to deepen the breath now. Find very gentle movement in your fingers and your toes. Place the soles of your feet on the mat. Remove any blankets that you may have onto the backs of your knees. And some gentle movement and hug your knees in towards your chest. Being aware of the sounds in the room now. The air on your face. And then gently roll to the right side. Cradling your head. Pressing your hands into the earth. Giving yourself thanks for honoring your body. And remembering now your intention as a present truth. Inhale and exhale. Noticing the body. Feeling each movement. Feeling the synchrony. The symphony that your body creates. And then pressing the earth away. Letting your head dangle and come up last. And finding your comfortable pose, your easy pose. Move your hands in front of your heart center. Into prayer hands. Soften the gaze in your eyes. Tip your forehead. Listen to your breath. And we'll end the practice with the universal sound of Om. So inhale and exhale with a sigh. Inhale again. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace, peace, peace as you walk this earth all the days of your life. Namaste, my friends. Have a beautiful day, and I hope to see you again soon. Shabbat Kwan.